Welcome back, friends, to the Cadaver Club. I'm Ben. As you can see, I'm about to watch Curse of Chucky here in a second. But before I do that, I wanted to do a response video to Jason over at Horrific Nightmares JM, who did a response video to Jay Super Awesome, who's been doing these collection spotlight videos, which is basically 10 movies from your collection per decade, one per year. So I've been wanting to do a response since the 80s one, and just never hadn't gotten around to it. So I figured, hey, what better time than now? I'm gonna do the 90s. So here we go. 1990. Now, I was just telling Bones in the Necro Zoo that I have been sober for 25 years. But before I was sober, I dropped a shitload of acid and I went and saw Nightbreed in the theater, and it was fucking bonkers. So 1990 is Nightbreed. Love it. Great monster designs. Yeah, it's just a great movie. Decker, the character who is played by Cronenberg, is just a creepy ass serial killer dude. It's a great story, sort of fantasy horror. Love it. 1991, The People Under the Stairs. This is one of my favorite Wes Craven movies. I love it. It's just twisted and weird, and kind of has like a social message a little bit. Anyway, I just love this one. 1991. 1992, Candyman. I do love Nightbreed, but Candyman's probably my favorite Clive Barker movie. It's great. I love the mythos of the Candyman. Tony Todd is fantastic in the role. This came out at a time when a lot of other horror movies were not taking themselves too seriously, and this one came along. It was like, took itself seriously and told like a straight up horror story. And I appreciate it for that. 1993, Return of the Living Dead 3. Love it. Probably my third favorite. I mean, I guess you have like Return of the Living Dead, and then part 2, and then this, and then the rest is like a pure shit factory. So anyway, before it was mass producing shit, this franchise was awesome. And this is great. I mean, look at this saucy little zombie chick. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. This came out at a time when there was like body modification was just sort of like coming into the public eye. So there was some people that were pierced, but not a lot. It wasn't very common. And so this was, I don't know, interesting. 1994, Kenneth Branagh's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Robert De Niro's Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, this one's great. I've always loved the book Frankenstein, the concept of the other, and yeah, it's a great story, and this is a really good adaptation of it. I love the production of it. I love the production design. It's like that Victorian sort of mad scientist. I don't know, it's got a lot of brass and mahogany type aesthetic to it. Love it. It's great. Oh boy, 1995. What a year. 1995. We got ourselves a modern classic, Stuart Gordon's Castle Freak. I love it. This is I don't know. I have a strong connection with this movie. I absolutely love it. It's great. It's atmospheric. It's spooky. It's creepy. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's got all the hits. Barbara Crampton, and Jeffrey Combs, Stuart Gordon. It's amazing. 1996, Bad Moon. This is a great werewolf movie. I love it. Story of a boy and his dog triumphing. It's like Gamera the Brave, but with werewolves. So yeah, I don't know. I love this one. There is some real bad CGI transformation effects, but then there's an amazing practical werewolf. So they sort of cancel each other out, and then you're just left with pure 1996 awesomeness. 1997, the sci-fi horror classic Cube. Love this movie. just a small, low budget movie, but they really did a lot with what they had. You know, I love it. It was like, you know, if you don't have a lot of money, you just make do with what you got. And they built a room or two and they just pretended like it was thousands of rooms. Great gore effects, good story. Love it. 1998. Is this a horror movie? Blade. Action horror, comic action horror movie? It's vampires. I'm gonna say yes. This movie is great. Great action, awesome production design. I mean, Blade drives a goddamn Charger. It's awesome. Chris Christopherson plays his mad scientist friend who makes him all this cool shit. And yeah, Stephen Dorff plays a cool ass, hip, trendy vampire. But overall, love it. I think there's some pretty bad CGI there in the end battle, but I haven't seen it in a while. I'm sure it does not hold up, but great production design. Everything about this movie is super fun. Probably Wesley Snipes' greatest role. All right, so that leaves us one more. 1999, House on Haunted Hill. This is a fun remake. Feels a little bit like a guilty pleasure to me. It's not great. It's not terrible. There's some cool, like, spooky doctor shit going on. Some haunted ghost stuff. I don't know. You know, Jeffrey Rush is no Vincent Price, but it's a fun movie. It's in my collection, and it's from 1999. So anyway, there you have it. My response to Horrific Nightmares JM, who did a response to Jay Super Awesome. Obviously, you guys probably have already subscribed to Horrific Nightmares JM. If you're not subscribed to Jay Super Awesome, go check out his channel. It's super awesome. And I will leave a link in the description. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, tell me what you think of these classic 90s movies in the comment section. And that's it. Join the Cadaver Club. Bye-bye.